Hey guys, welcome back. So we're continuing to color in Deborah Muller's Halloween coloring book. This is one of her older ones. It's got really cute pictures though. Really, really cute. And I've always wanted to color it and I never did. So this gave me the perfect opportunity. So in the first video, I'm going to wait for this to dry. I'm just going to put the black in her hair now. In the first video, I was telling, like, you know, some stuff about my mom, some experiences that she has had. And the next thing I want to talk about came from another family member of mine, my cousin Heather. She works in a nursing home. She is a CNA, and she has worked in a nursing home for a long time. Actually, it's the same nursing home that my grandmother was in, but my grandmother wasn't in there at the time Heather worked there. Heather was just quite young at that time. But this summer, we were at my family reunion, and we always call, we're kind of dorky, we call my family reunion, we call it Family Fun Day. And so we were sitting around the the patio table outside. And my one cousin, she said, let's tell some spooky stories. You know, who's got a scary story to tell? And so I don't remember, we were kind of just, you know, chit-chatting or whatever. And Heather said, well, I have one. She goes, this happened to me, you know, recently or not too far long ago or something like that. And she said that in the nursing home she worked at, which I know that this is common. I don't know if it varies by state or anything, but a lot of times if a patient in a nursing home is becomes where they are placed on hospice care, they stay in the nursing home, but they have separate workers that come in and care for that person. So the staff that works in the nursing home, they are not the ones caring for that patient any longer, because hospice has their own staff. And I know that's not uncommon. I know there was one of Keith's aunts was in a nursing home, and that's what happened when she was put on hospice care. So I know that this is, you know, like I said, something that happens, you know, is common. So Heather said there was a patient in the nursing home, and I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter anyways. Well, I'm just going to call him Bill. Bill was a patient of hers, actually. And he got placed on hospice care. So his hospice worker, her name was Robin. And she was there. There was like two, I think, different hospice workers, and they had like 12-hour shifts, she said. And they would care for this person, Bill. And so he really, I guess, connected or liked this one worker, Robin. And anytime she left the room to use the bathroom, or had like a, you know, to get her lunch, or any, you know, just take a break, anything like that, he would constantly call out for Robin all the time, just really yelling. And Heather would come in there, even though she wasn't, you know, his support or his staff at that time. She would come in and she was like, Bill, what's going on? You know, and he'd be like, where's Robin? Where's Robin? And so Heather would sit with him until Robin came back from the bathroom, or wherever it was that she had gone to the break room to grab her lunch or whatever. So Bill passed away, and you know how it is in a nursing home. His room was immediately assigned to another resident, and it was a woman. I don't know what her name is. I can't remember what Heather said. We'll just call her Susan. So anyways, Heather was working one evening, and Susan was calling, or she had put her call light on. And Heather went in, and she said, what's going on? What can I do for you? What do you need help with? And she said to Heather, I need you to make that man get out of my room. And Heather said, what man? And she said, that man, he keeps coming in here, waking me up and yelling. And Heather said, well, what man is it? Do you know what his name is? And she said, yeah, his name's Bill. And he keeps yelling out for Robin, that he can't find Robin. He's looking for Robin. Where's Robin? And she said, as soon as I fall asleep, here he starts yelling, where's Robin? Coming right up to my bed and hollering for Robin. And she goes, I don't know who Robin is, and I don't know who Bill is. But she said, he keeps bothering me. Heather, make him go away. And Heather said she just about freaked. Because this Bill had only been passed away for like a day or two when this incident occurred. And she was like, I didn't know what to say. She said it completely shocked her. And she said, working in a nursing home, death is something that they deal with every day. And a lot of the nurses have stories to tell about experiences. And Heather said she always listened to the stories and everything, and she guessed she believed them. She didn't really know, but nothing had ever happened to her specifically, where she, had one of her own stories to tell. So it was kind of like she just was really shocked, and she said she just told that Susan, well, if you see him again or he's hollering at you, you come get us or yell for us or, press the call button, whatever it was she said for her to do. And, but Heather's like, I just was so shocked. I didn't know what to say, and that all kind of gave us all like a little bit of the creeps, that's a creepy story. But people working in a hospital or a facility like that has to have stories to tell. So, yeah. So that was my other one. But definitely spookiness, you know what I mean? Definitely unsettling. I don't have any news stories of my own. Nothing has happened to me. Which I guess I'm glad of, right? So I don't know if I want to color these two streaks black and then just put a thin line of white in there with my Posca. And I think that's what I'm going to do because I don't want to leave that all white like that. So I'll color this in with the black and then I will put my white streaks in with Posca gel pen. But, yeah. I don't know, it's just such a weird thing, you know what I mean? It's just all these experiences that we have, they're so unusual, and I know that people discount them a lot because there are a lot of people that are phony balonies and make stuff up and everything, but I'm a believer. I'm skeptical though a lot. Like I don't believe everything I hear. I don't automatically assume it's all true. I don't believe in I wouldn't pay to see a psychic. That's the truth. I would not do that. I mean, if you do, that's your business and you do what's right for you, but I wouldn't pay for a psychic. I do believe that people have intuitions. Some people are very intuitive and know things sometimes. Definitely. But I also believe that people are really skilled. Like some people are really skilled at picking up on subtle clues that you give off without you even realizing that you do. And I think a lot of times psychics, people that call themselves psychics that's what they're doing. Not in all cases. I don't believe that in all cases, but sometimes I think that. So I'll go ahead and activate the water with these. Then I think I'll turn it a little bit. So I gotta try to not make a big mess here. Be careful. So does anybody have big Halloween plans? Like I said, the only plans we had were for this weekend, and they kind of got sidetracked or derailed or whatever you want to say by the weather and the one thing being canceled. And we have on, I think it's the first time I've used that black in this Inktense. It does pretty well. I've used the Chinese ink shade, and that's a black, but yeah, it looks pretty good. For the actual Halloween night, we don't have any plans. We don't get trick-or-treaters because we don't have sidewalks on our street. It's residential, but it doesn't, we don't get kids. All the kids were like the same age as Keith, and they all grew up and moved away, and or it's elderly people. So, but our neighbors have grandkids, and we always keep something in case they come over. But so I think we're just gonna stay home and watch the Ghost Adventures live. I think it's 4 hours long. So I think that's pretty much what we're gonna do. I hate it when I have a big space because I have to work quick, you know, you know what I mean, because it dries so quickly. So I'm gonna start in the, I don't know, I'm just gonna start somewhere and then we'll go from there and see what happens. I can always go back and fix it later. But yeah, we don't really have any plans. On Tuesday, Halloween, let's see, Halloween is Wednesday. Tuesday, my mom has to go for a CT scan of her abdomen because I know I've talked about in some other videos, she hasn't been feeling good. And I took her to a new doctor the other day, was it? I guess, well, today's Sunday, so it would have been technically last week. Gastroenterologist, and he seemed to think that it wasn't anything serious. He kind of went over some things he wants her to do, but to rule out anything, you know, I probably have way too much water on there. To rule out anything else that it could be, he wants her to have a colonoscopy and a scope put down to take a look inside her stomach. So she has to have, no, that's not what she's having done. He does want her to do that, but that's not until the end of November. But she's supposed to have a CT scan of her belly and her pelvis. And that is Tuesday. So that's what we'll be doing that day. And Keith and I were trying to figure out, because we haven't seen the new Halloween movie yet with, you know, with Jamie Lee Curtis. We haven't seen that. And so we were thinking about maybe seeing that when we go take my mom for her CT scan afterwards. Because we always let traffic die down before we head home. We take 94, which is the freeway that goes through like Ann Arbor and Detroit, goes all the way to Chicago. We take 94 on our way home from her place, and it gets very busy in the Ann Arbor area and stuff like that at rush hour. So anytime we're there in the afternoons, we always wait until it dies down till about 7 o'clock or so, and then we head home because it's cleared out by then. So we might go see Halloween then while we're waiting for traffic to die down. I just don't know. I don't like driving down the, it's because we have deer, you know, like they come out, in the road, and I'm always paranoid we're going to hit one. I've hit a deer before, and it's not a fun experience. it does a lot of damage to your vehicle. I hit a deer with my car. This was probably, I don't know how, probably at least 15 years ago. I hit a deer with my car, and I hit it so hard that and I was only going like 35 because I had just gone from a 55 zone into a 35 zone, and so I had slowed down, and the deer hit me more than I hit it. You know, it ran into me, and its antlers poked holes in my radiator. Like, that's how hard it hit. And of course the deer passed away, unfortunately, and there was a lot of damage to my vehicle. I was okay, but it's just a really scary experience, and so I'm always worried driving at night around here in the fall because of the deer. It's kind of nerve-wracking, you know. So, like, I'll go in and fix that, shade it and stuff a little bit more. Let's see. Now, I want to color this side of her hair, too, but I'm trying to think of how to hold. That paper's wet, and I don't know without sticking my hand in it exactly. Maybe like this, maybe. And you can't see it, so let me change the camera angle a little bit more. Oops. Sorry, you guys, I'm not trying to make you sick. I promise. There we go. Let's try that instead. See how that does. Keith is on the phone with his nephew right now. He was playing Star Wars Battlefield, and he was like, is it going to bother you if I play that during your video? And I said, no, I don't mind, because he has his headphones on, so it's not like I can hear it anyways, or you guys could hear it. And then just before I started to get ready to film, the phone rang, and the house phone, and I could tell, we could hear his mom talking, and I said, I think that's, you know, his nephew. He goes, yeah, it is. So I think he's upstairs talking to him right now. Like I said, I know my nails look terrible. I was going to paint them before the video, and I was like, you know, I just don't feel like it. And then I thought, if that's the only thing that's going to hold me back from doing this video, then that's just stupid, because nobody cares, I don't think. Anyways, I mean, I don't really care when I watch those coloring videos if somebody's nails are done or not. I just wasn't feeling like it right now, so... But that's a really nice dense black, like right in here, if you can see. I mean, that's really nice and dense, so that's cool. I really enjoy these Inktense pencils. I mean, I really, really do. Mona's probably getting sick of me thanking her for them all the time, because I feel like I'm constantly telling her how much I enjoy them, but I do. I really think they're great. I would highly recommend them to anybody, especially if you are somebody like me who loves coloring with like bold colors, and like bright colors and things like that. I think they're fantastic, and I love them. I absolutely love them to death. I'm so appreciative of them, and I don't think I'll ever want to be without them now. I've already, you know, made sure, like, I know, well, I have a Blick store near me, so I can get the ones that I end up using. I can get them, like, open stock if I need to. As they start to run out of them, I can always order another full set too, but they do carry them open stock at the Blick near me, so that's cool. I just really, really like them a lot. I enjoy the whole process of them. So, since I got done talking about my scary stuff, what are you guys already putting on your Christmas wish list for coloring? I want those Copic glitter gel pens. I want those. And I think I want the, that Derwent sharpener that gets the points like super, super, duper, duper sharp. I want them for this because right now I have a Derwent sharpener that came with my, actually it's right here. It's just a little bitty one. It's just the little, you know, little handheld one, cheapy, that came with my skin tone set I had for the Coloursoft, but it cracked, and so I need to get another one. It still works, but it cracked, and it's hard for me to use anyways. It's hard for my hands to twist it, so I'm kind of wanting that one that gets the points like really, really sharp. I think that'd be kind of fun, because these won't go in my my battery operated sharpener that I use like with my Prismacolors and my other pencils. These won't fit in there. It doesn't fit in the opening, and I don't want to push it, but I mean, they don't fit anyways. I wouldn't anyways, but I'm not going to jam them in there, you know, and damage the pencils or the sharpener. So I was thinking of getting that Derwent one, putting it on my Christmas list. Putting it on my Christmas list. And yeah, so the Copic glitter pens, I really want those. But other than that, there's not like a ton of stuff. I'm not like super, like at this point, I'm not. Last year it seemed like there was a lot more that I was interested in having. Every year, my in-laws give me cash. And for the past like 2 years or 3 years, I can't remember, 2 I guess, I say I'm going to get the full set of the Polychromos, and I talk myself out of it every year. Because I am like, well, look at how much other stuff you could buy for the same price, you know? But I wouldn't mind having them. I'm just, I don't know. And I love these Inktense so much, and I really like my Coloursoft skin tones. So in a way, I wouldn't mind trying like a bigger set of the Coloursoft. Just giving those a shot and seeing how I feel about them. I don't know. I just don't know what to do. But I will say, overall, right now, I'm extremely satisfied with all my coloring supplies, with my coloring books that I have. Just very satisfied. And that's a nice feeling to have, to not be wanting more, you know? Always wanting something is kind of unsettling. And it's just nice, you know? See, I know I use too much water. I know I do, but that's me. Lines a little bit on her face. Probably when I do her eyes and that, I'll use a fine liner or a gel pen because it's tinier. Alright, so I'm spinning, spinning, spinning. Which way here? This way? Was that the way I had it done? So I'll let that get good and dry before I go back in and try to fix it at all. 2 videos, both 25 minutes long, and all I did was her face and her hair. It's like, what's up with that? I don't know. But I'm going to do her dress and her pumpkin next. But I'm going to go take a break because I almost drank all my cider and it's almost gone. So hang tight and I will be back for more.